Welcome everyone to the DC Review, Episode 7. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about two graphic novels, Green Lantern Corps Volume 1, Fearsome. This is from the New 52. Also from the New 52, Green Lantern, The New Guardians, Volume 1, The Ring Bearer. So let's start with Green Lantern, New Guardians. This is written by Tony Bedard and art by Tyler Kirkham, who I had the honor of meeting at Mid-Ohio Comic Con a couple months ago. So I was not initially interested in this book. The premise didn't quite work for me. All these different members of the different corps coming together under one team. The premise just didn't work. I don't see a Red Lantern, an Orange Lantern, specifically Sinestro Corps member wanting to work with Green Lanterns or Blue Lanterns and the other members of the Corps. But in the pages of this book, my doubts were put to rest. This is an interesting read, and it makes sense. Tony Bedard tells a good story of why these different Corps members will want to get together under the same umbrella. And it starts with Kyle Rayner on Earth, and all of these rings from different sectors find their way to him. Rings from all of the different Corps, the orange, yellow, every single one finds its way to him. So naturally, members of these corps are angry, want to know what happened to these rings, why did their fellow corpsmen die, so they go after Kyle. So after the initial misunderstanding, they realize there's something more at work here. There's a big villain named Invictus, whose base is a floating solar system, which was pretty cool. And we learn that he has a history with the Orange Lantern Larfleeze. So this is a good book, especially if you're a fan of The Blackest Night, if you're a fan of this new Green Lantern mythos that introduced the 7 different corps. So I definitely recommend this book. Next, the Green Lantern Corps Volume 1, Fearsome, written by Peter J. Tomasi and with art by Fernando Passarin. Now, Peter Tomasi has a long history with the Green Lantern Corps, and his track record has been really good. I was a big fan of his work on the Green Lantern Corps, the events before Sinestro Corps, leading up to it, and then afterwards. He just really, really got these characters. So when I heard that he was going to be on this book again for the New 52, I was very excited. But, after reading the first couple issues, it just didn't work for me. It felt like there was a lot of missteps here, which is too bad because this should be, a seminal title of the New 52, but it just wasn't. It wasn't all it should have been. Now, the main story arc here is we've got a group known as the Keepers who had an agreement with the Guardians. They are the ones that kept the Green Lantern power batteries. Now, I'm not sure if this is new to the mythos or not, but apparently the Green Lanterns could, travel with their power batteries at all time, but they were kept in kind of this alternate pocket dimension. So when they needed to recharge, they could access this pocket dimension to retrieve their power batteries. Now, the pocket dimension led to this planet where the Keepers, as the name implies, kept the power batteries safe. And in turn, the power batteries really became infused with their ecosystem. Their whole world was kind of sustained by these power batteries. Now, the Guardians of the Universe, in their infinite wisdom, decide that they no longer want to keep these the power batteries on this world. So they take them. They take them back, and in the process, they destroy the ecosystem, ravaging the planet, leaving these poor keepers kind of without a purpose. But actually, they do have a new purpose, and that is to destroy the Green Lantern Corps. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this is new to the Mythos, this whole idea of a pocket dimension where they can keep their power batteries with at all time, but it's a mildly interesting premise, but I just didn't, as reading it, I was just kind of bored. It was just, the villains were not that interesting. There are some cool moments. You know, the Green Lantern Corps, led by Guy Gardner and John Stewart, they head to this planet, and there's a huge battle with the Keepers, and they're not strong enough. The Corps isn't strong enough. So they go back to Oa and they recruit 4 of the toughest, most badass Green Lanterns that they can find. So these are like really, grizzled veterans of the Corps who have set up kind of their secret bar underneath Warriors. That's Guy Gardner's bar on Oa, and he didn't even have any ideas. We have these really badass veterans down there, and they're recruited to the team, and they head back to this planet, and basically to kick some ass. That I really liked. I thought that was cool. At the beginning of the story, they try to kind of explore a little bit of John Stewart and Guy Gardner's secret, well, I shouldn't say secret identities, but non-lantern identities. These are both lanterns that don't have secret identities, obviously. And it just felt a little forced and just kind of thrown in there for the heck of it. It doesn't really have any really bearing on the plot at all. So I would have liked to see more investment and time spent on that aspect of the story. So this collects the first 7 issues. Issues 1 through 6 deal with the story with the Keeper, and then we kind of have an epilogue in issue 7 with John Stewart and dealing with some of the repercussions of his actions. So this, I can't say I recommend it. It's really too bad. I wanted to like it, but I just couldn't. So I'm hoping Volume 2 will be better. Okay, well that's the show for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try a new video editing technique. I've got a new program here, so hopefully I can make it a little more fun, more interesting to watch, and put some images. So we'll see how this goes. After I record, I'm going to start working on the editing process. So I hope you enjoyed today's show, and please tune in again next time and leave comments if you agree or disagree with any of my reviews today. Thanks again.